Hey everybody, welcome to the Nerd Today podcast. What episode? We're on the 21 or something? We're around the 20s. That's pretty cool. How you guys doing today? Hope you guys are well, safe, almost on quarantine like me. Um, yeah, a lot of crazy things happening in the world, as per usual, because, 2020 is bleeding into 2021. But I just want to touch base on one of the craziest news stories. Not crazy, I guess. I just wanted to talk about kind of the ESA's news yesterday that they brought out. The ESA, just in case you guys were wondering, what is the Electronic Software Associates. They're like a conglomerate, almost like a lobbying group for Entertainment Software Association. It started years ago, kind of when like Mortal Kombat was like the one evil thing in the world, kind of like hey, they rate video games. They're a good outlet for like parents if you want to see what game like is good for your children, like what's involved in the video game to make it rated T for teen, or whatever. I don't know why I had a brain fart there. It was very strange. But yeah, so they also normally hold a huge event every year, and that is called E3. It's a huge thing. I would in the past call it the Christmas Day of video games. A lot of times for me. Now the Christmas Day of video games is the Game Awards for me, because you get announcements and it's fun. It's like a celebration of video games. But yeah, E3, man. E3 is something special to me. At least in the past, I until this past year, I would take off that first Monday of E3 to watch the press conferences. Back in the day when I was in high school, my high school friends will know this, who are listening. Shout out to y'all. I would sneak away. I would find a way to get to like the computer lab at one point, shape, form that day, and I would just print out like GameSpot's, IGN's reports of like, hey, there's a new Zelda coming out. It's called Twilight Princess. Here you go. Here's the screenshots, and like they'd be really, crappy, blurry on like whatever, like crappy printer we had in school. It would be like a screenshot of Link on horseback, or on like look, he's riding a pig. This is crazy, man. This game's gonna be wild. It's on GameCube, or here's the first photos of the GameCube. Yeah, I would print this stuff out because I didn't have I had a computer at home, but it wasn't that great. The computers at school were way better, and yeah, I would just sneak away. Just like read this stuff. I would take I don't know how, I forget how I did it too. So many times I just somehow it was like the one weird things. I'm such a goody two shoe, I guess, back in the day. I was like the one thing I was like, no, I need to know. I need to know what's going on with video games now, today. It's special. I felt like they were earlier too in the year. I don't believe, yeah, no, it was early June. So yeah, I would still be in school at that time. Yeah, we're getting ready for the end of the year. So, yeah, it was a very special time. And then, as an adult, working and stuff, I would take off that day. And there's a few of them I worked at. I worked at GameStop for a little bit. And it was came in, hey, guys, let's tell everybody, this is so cool. Let's talk to people when they come in the store. So, yeah, it holds a special place for my heart. The past few years, though, it has been declining. ESA is not as cool as they used to be. I guess no lobbying group is really cool, I guess, to be fair. But it's just they, as a committee, a committee, and as an organization, they are, I feel like floundering in the digital age. And a lot of that seems to be their messaging. A lot of that seems to be how they're portraying themselves to other companies. We'll talk about that. And I'm pulling from a report from The Verge here by Taylor Lyles at The Verge. I'll link the article below. But this is specifically about this, but man, it's just like they've been floundering lately. You know, like Microsoft has been holding their own events like the day before E3, and then they're doing some stuff on the show floor and things like that, but not really. That they've been slowly pushing back from that. EA's had their own like, I guess you call it like an installment, with like, or not installment, but like a little section of like Los Angeles where you can go and check out their games. You know, they would hold their event on Saturday, things like that. And with COVID last year, and we would assume this year is still going to be prevalent. Obviously, in June, it's not magically going to go away, unfortunately. You would think that like they're switching to some things. They're pivoting. Jeff Keighley broke away from them last year. He was a big proponent of like that E3 and like showcase and stuff, and he did a whole summer event called Summer Games Fest, and I thought that it was really well done. Obviously, there's some like flaws in the system for year one. It would be cool like if some stuff were like more streamlined, like you knew we had a more clear, concise schedule, and everyone was kind of talking to each other about it, so there wouldn't be like multiple events like going on at the same time. You had to pick like, am I going to watch the Devolver, 45-minute presentation? I'm going to watch the Bandai Namco, presentation for 30 minutes, and things like that. So that does need some tweaking, but overall, I preferred that style because it was consistent throughout the summer. And so many of these companies, they just know now, like they can do it on their own, not pay all these, these big fees. They could just show this like digital thing and us get the news directly. You can watch your favorite like content, like people react to it. Like I happen to watch the kind of funny stuff when they do it. It's always fun. As long as it's not the morning time, grab a little drink for myself. Things like that. So, the ESA yesterday announced that they're going to be holding an event from June 15th to June 17th, and it's going to be digital. I'm just going to read from the article here. It's a quote from the ESA spokesman to The Verge. We can confirm that we're transforming E3 experience for 2021. We'll soon share exact details how we're bringing the global video game community together. And then further on from Taylor's article here. According to the Video Games Chronicle, the ESA has outlined its plans for E3 2021 with intentions to hold multiple 2-hour keynote sessions for game partners and award shows and preview night on June 14th, plus some small streams for various game publishers, influence, and media partners. So this is kind of a little bit of the proposal, but there are some more stuff as well, like with them speaking of like there's a fee you have to pay if you want to be part of this. It's just crazy how much they want to. They're still stuck in the past. They're still so stuck in the past that it took them this long to think of a digital event. Jeff Keighley's no longer associated with E3. He's still going to do Summer Games Fest. It's probably going to be done way better than E3 this year. And the ESA itself, it makes me think of that quote from The Dark Knight, where, you live long enough, you either die the hero or live long enough to become the villain. And at this point, they're, I guess, full disclosure, I mean, they're asking for a 6-figure sum to be showcased. Like, companies will have to pay six figures to be showcased during E3, during this event. It's been rumored that. So why would a Nintendo, a Sony, a Microsoft pay those 6 figures to be showcased on their own thing for when they could probably pay, 5 figures, 4 figures to get a little digital thing ready, throw it up on their YouTube channel, stream it live on Twitch or Facebook Gaming. Done. All eyes and ears are there. We can see that. It's cheaper. The message is more clear. It can still be fun. And you don't have to pay that exorbitant fee. Like, E3 or in the ESA would benefit more if they were able to showcase more indie developers, but not have this exorbitant fee. Can you imagine if it was like I don't know, the fee is just still, I don't know, they have to operate in one way, shape, or form, but it's like, hey, give us $5,000, not $500,000, and we'll showcase all of your stuff for like 2 hours, like whatever. I don't know. It's we you understand that they're a lobbying group and all this stuff. It's just it also it doesn't seem like they have the best interests of the industry moving forward. And a lot of these companies are starting to realize that, Nintendo's been doing it forever. Those Nintendo Directs have been doing it forever at this point, and they're amazing. They're really well concised. I mean, even like the worst Direct is still better than like a kind of awkward Jamie Kennedy Ubisoft thing at E3. Specifically, Jamie Kennedy. Aisha Tyler kills it. And like we'll miss some of that. That's true. Maybe Ubisoft might do digital event during E3. They might. Ubisoft might do their own thing. They did the Ubisoft Connect thing throughout the summer. Those two events did okay. I mean, they could have done better, but again, a lot of people are starting to learn in this age of COVID and digital events. Like, they can learn, they can adapt, they can proceed forward with this to see how they're gonna, I don't know, just move on away from the ESA. Do we need E3 anymore? I don't think we do. And I mean, it's kind of sad. I have so many fond memories of E3, but at the end of the day, it's not the end of the world. I mean, I'd rather watch a Ubisoft Connect and a Nintendo Direct on Sunday, and then Monday watch whatever Microsoft wants to do and Sony on their own. I think they've been doing good jobs, and they've been more concise and clear, and leaving it up to influencers and to kind of get some more information, or like content creators like looking kind of funny, like a PlayStation Source, like a Dual Shockers, to be like, hey guys, here's your 2 hours with Crash Bandicoot 5. Can you after the event, you guys can upload a video about how you guys played this, let the people know what you guys thought. It could be something like that. And I think if you kind of get this like well-oiled machine of people who know what they're talking about, are enthusiasts in that realm, and then you watch like this event, like it'd be great. Like, perfect world, I'm doing this better than I am right now. Microsoft wants to send me the latest build of Halo, like digitally somehow. I play it, and then not allowed to talk about film the video. The second the Microsoft thing is done, we're like, hey guys, I'm allowed to talk about Halo right now. It's awesome. Here you go. Here are my impressions of the first 2 hours of the first level of Halo Infinite. Like that. It'd be great. It's better messaging. And probably less money for Microsoft to send. Mind you, I'm A, not big enough for any of that. B, don't have any contacts with Microsoft. C, probably never going to play Infinite before the general public does. Like, we're all played together. I'm not that big or well off in this community at this point yet, but who knows? Maybe in the future. It'd be interesting to see though. Like, that I feel is a better route. I'd rather hear a Ryan McCaffrey talk about Halo Infinite and whatever's down the path, like Gear 6, then like 45 minutes after us seeing the first clips, or after a Microsoft thing. I like that a little more. It makes it a little more fun. And unfortunately, I think this is like kind of, this summer will be like the nail in the coffin for E3. I don't unfortunately have hope that this is going to be good. I do miss the days of yore where you can, sit down and watch these events, and they were really fun. But now the digital events, I think it's going to be better and more concise. So, I mean, that's all for today. Just wanted to kind of get that off my head as I look away from the camera, so I can hit the stop recording button when it comes time. But that's it for me. Love you guys. I'll see you guys later in the next video. Peace.